provides a lot of opportunities, a lot of diversity, and a great place to make some friends as well.
And we are working with real clients, so it's amazing because we are gaining some life work experience.
Why would you study anywhere else?
When you choose a university,
you don't just choose where to study.
You choose a home from home.
It's a place to learn.
To work if you want to.
to meet new people,
And to try new experiences.
So you want somewhere bustling.
But somewhere you can relax.
A place that moves with the times.
but celebrates its roots.
A diverse community.
Where cultures combine.
That welcomes all.
With that local charm.
You want a place full of excitement.
And mystery.
With things to see.
And places to shop.
Where you can gaze.
And browse for hours.
Take in a play.
Get a hole in one.
And treat yourself now and again.
And again.
And again.
Or get away for the day.
Nowhere's that far away.
Visit another city or spend a day at the beach.
Whether it's familiar.
Or the not so familiar.
And there's something here for you.
For everyone.
Because this is York.
Your York.
Our York.
And it's waiting for you.
My name is Edwin Solomon Minka. Idous.
Miriam.
So Fabia.
This is Elsa.
Mankila.
This is Misha Benzenkar.
This is Mati Malsina. And
UK, like it ticked all the boxes.
the kind of progressive learning style.
UK is giving me the course and the tools they are like to be successful in my home country.
Every other culture that I have met has been exceptionally great and welcoming, and slowly it has started to feel like home.
The diversity.
You get the opportunity to meet the people and sharing your experiences.
I really have to give it up for my university. Like they've been so kind and so supportive.
We were all allocated a personal tutor.
The lecturers are very supportive and are always open to address students' needs.
Mentally and emotionally, we have enough support programs on campus.
It's very safe to study here and to live here. Research. Make up your mind, find the right field, university, the city you like, and apply to any school in the UK.
They shouldn't think too much, they should just come.
Everyone should try.
It's true, great futures happens when you study in the UK.
Baik, teman-teman semua, selamat sore. Nah, semoga dalam keadaan baik dan sehat semuanya ya, teman-teman. Di sore hari yang cerah ini, ya, kita bergabung bersama teman-teman dengan webinar yang sangat baik ya pada hari ini, ya, merupakan kolaborasi antara Kobi Education dan British Council. Jadi pada kesempatan kali ini, teman-teman semua kita akan mengenal lebih jauh tentang the GREAT Scholarships. Ya, ini merupakan sebuah webinar dan juga kesempatan ya teman-teman untuk mengenal salah satu beasiswa yang sangat prestisius dari UK. Nah, teman-teman semuanya, perkenalkan saya Kai, saya mentor dari Kobi Education dan pada kesempatan kali ini akan memandu jalannya webinar ini. Nah, teman-teman semua, karena speaker yang dihadirkan pada hari ini sangat spesial teman-teman ya, beliau-beliau dari UK gitu ya, jadi tidak di Indonesia, maka nanti akan dilakukan dalam dua bahasa ya teman-teman ya, bilingual. Jadi harapannya nanti aku bisa menjembatani antara teman-teman semua dan juga speakers kita gitu ya, jadi jangan khawatir teman-teman semua. Nanti ya saya akan mencoba untuk menjembatani. Oke? Mungkin kita langsung saja masuk ke dalam susunan acara. So first of all, I would like to say thank you very much for all college that actually presented during this time. So this special webinar is presented to you in collaboration between Kobi Education and also British Council. So today we are going to learn about GREAT Scholarship, and this webinar will be presented in two languages between English and Indonesia because we have great speakers that is coming from the UK during this special time. Oke, ya baiklah teman-teman. Teman-teman mungkin bisa lihat di sini kita ada agenda di mana yang pertama kita ada introduction dari British Council bersama dengan Kak Gita. Jadi nanti Kak Gita akan presentasi ya teman-teman terkait dengan Great Scholarship. Kemudian ada banyak kampus teman-teman, ya aku yakin teman-teman semua sudah mengenal kampus-kampus ini gitu ya. Jadi kita ada presentasi dari Kingston University London. Jadi di sini kita ada dua speaker, ada Kak Christina dan juga Kak Julian. Beliau merupakan Awardee GREAT Scholarship dari Indonesia yang sekarang sedang berkuliah di Kingston University London. Selain itu ada presentasi dari University of York. Ya, kita bersama dengan Jenny, kita. Kemudian selanjutnya University of Manchester, kita ada Fran Halliwell. Yang terakhir, ya ini bukan yang terakhir ya teman-teman, dan pasti paling ditunggu-tunggu juga, ada Great Scholarship Previous Scholar atau penerima Great Scholarship, yaitu ada Kak Sondang yang bersama dengan kita juga. Di akhir sesi kita ada Q&A, jadi apabila ada teman-teman yang ingin bertanya, silahkan teman-teman bertanya, boleh langsung ya, nanti angkat tangan, boleh dalam bahasa Inggris teman-teman atau dalam bahasa Indonesia. Kalau bahasa Indonesia nanti akan dibantu diterjemahkan, jadi jangan khawatir ya, tapi boleh teman-teman kalau mau langsung dalam bahasa Inggris. Selain itu teman-teman boleh juga ya, nanti bertanya di dalam bentuk chat, jadi silahkan to leave the comment in the chat, okay? So, in this event, we will have speakers from a lot of different places. First, from British Council, we have Kak Gita, and then after that, we have from different universities in the UK, we have Christina and Kak Julian from Kingston University London. We have Jenny Jihok from University of York and Fran Halliwell from University of Manchester. Yeah. And the last but not least, Kak Sondang Amelia. She is a great scholar in 2023. All right. Okay. So without any further ado, we will start with the first agenda. All right. So it's gonna be presentation from British Council, Kak Gita. Okay. So hello Kak Gita.
Hello Kai, hello everyone.
Halo
Selamat
Kak Gita.
sore.
Iya,
Ya,
selamat sore. Apa kabar Kak Gita?
baik, terima kasih. Thank you so much.
Oke, baik Kak Gita mungkin dipersilahkan ya. Silahkan Kak Gita.
Okay, so for this presentation, I will be presenting in bahasa Indonesia. Oke, selamat sore teman-teman yang sudah hadir di sini ya untuk kita menyimak untuk bagaimana untuk mendapatkan Great Scholarships dan apa itu sebenarnya untuk Great Scholarships. Jadi sekarang coba saya akan share screen. Oke, sebentar ya. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so teman-teman, let me introduce myself. So my name is Gita. I'm Senior Marketing Manager, Study UK, British Council. I'm based in Jakarta, Indonesia. So study in the UK, maybe I will give you first overview gitu ya untuk study di UK. Aku juga sebelumnya alumni UK. Waktu itu di tahun 2017-2018 di Cardiff University gitu teman-teman. Jadi pengalaman aku waktu kuliah di UK itu benar-benar very wonderful lah ya, fantastic experience. And I want all of you to actually have this similar wonderful experience to study in the UK through the Great Scholarships. Oke, apa sih sebenarnya untuk Great Scholarships? Jadi, untuk Grant Scholarship ini adalah scholarship yang didanai oleh British Council dan juga UK Government, Great Britain. Dan juga kita ada partnership dengan beberapa universitas di UK gitu ya, teman-teman. Dan scholarships ini kita memberikannya di selected countries. Dan luckily untuk Indonesia merupakan salah satu country yang bisa teman-teman mendapatkan studi di UK dengan Great Scholarship seperti itu. Dan siapa saja yang bisa apply untuk Great Scholarship? Pastinya yang terdaftar atau passport holder dari beberapa negara ini, termasuk salah satu Indonesia, dan mempunyai undergraduate degree atau S1 gitu ya. Teman-teman yang sudah lulus S1 dan pengen melanjutkan S2 bisa menggunakan Great Scholarship ini. Dan untuk dari requirements-nya nanti bisa discuss with teman-teman dari university di sini ya yang sudah hadir. Itu ada beberapa requirements seperti halnya dari akademiknya seperti apa dan juga dari English language requirements-nya seperti apa gitu. Jadi teman-teman bisa cek nanti di university apa aja dan requirement seperti apa karena seluruh prosesnya itu akan dilihat langsung atau disaring langsung dari university seperti itu. Oke. Apa yang kita looking for the great scholars? First of all, pasti have an undergraduate degree dan juga kalian motivated dan juga interested di proposed subject area. Meet the English language requirements seperti halnya IELTS gitu ya teman-teman ya. Dan juga punya engagement karena ketika teman-teman studi di UK it's not only about academic experience tapi juga teman-teman juga bisa expand your networking seperti itu dan engagement with the UK scholars dengan British Council dan juga partners dengan university gitu itu juga bisa untuk expand your networking juga ketika study in UK. Dan untuk dari event seperti halnya misalnya networking event dan kesempatan untuk bisa jadi speakers gitu ya untuk as a grad scholars itu juga teman-teman bisa mendapatkannya ketika jadi grad scholars tentunya seperti itu. Oke, nah this is our the list dari university yang teman-teman bisa apply untuk grad scholarships dan some of them udah hadir di sini seperti halnya University of Manchester, University of York dan juga Kingston University London, di mana teman-teman nanti bisa menyimak langsung seperti apa untuk dari program-programnya ya yang tersedia untuk grad scholarships di university tersebut gitu dan juga bagaimana sih caranya untuk apply-nya, prosesnya seperti apa nanti bisa dijelaskan langsung dengan teman-teman dari university seperti itu. Oke, and then gimana sih untuk grad scholarship works itu? Nah, jadi teman-teman untuk grad scholarship ini bukan full scholarships, tapi kita memberikan potongan gitu ya untuk 10.000 pound sterling towards the tuition fee. Dan ini scholarshipnya hanya untuk S2 gitu, untuk postgraduate top level only, yang mana untuk course-nya 1 tahun seperti itu ya. Dan teman-teman bisa apply, misalnya ada beberapa university yang teman-teman tertarik dengan subjeknya dan pengen kuliah di sana, you can apply to more than one university that offer grad scholarships. And the deadline actually for the grad scholarship ini depends on the university. Jadi you have to check the deadlines with your chosen institution pastinya. And then teman-teman yang sekarang mungkin ikutan and then teman-teman if you're still studying undergraduate tapi mau udah lulus gitu ya, itu bisa juga as long as you meet the other eligibility requirements dari university tersebut gitu. Jadi secara overall seperti itu untuk grad scholarships teman-teman, dan dari institution ya atau dari university akan mengumumkan gitu ya untuk selected candidates-nya itu di tanggal 30 Juni 2025 seperti itu untuk pengumumannya. Jadi masih ada beberapa bulan lagi lah ya untuk bisa mempersiapkan grad scholarships ini. Dan how to apply, pastinya ini just a general steps gitu ya, and then teman-teman kalau misalnya nanti spesifik pengen nanya di university-nya dengan teman-teman di sini pastinya bisa menanyakan langsung dan ada presentasi juga nantinya. Secara overall teman-teman bisa visit the grad scholarship page di Study UK websites and then cari country yang mana Indonesia juga termasuk salah satunya ya, dan ada 13 university yang teman-teman bisa pilih yang tadi ada di list. Lalu setelah itu prosesnya semuanya akan ada di university-nya, university sites-nya. To learn more about how to apply, and then biasanya ada essay gitu ya, yang ditanyakan seperti itu, essay, personal statement, motivation letter seperti itu, yang mungkin juga jadi salah satu requirements untuk bisa apply dari university dan juga grad scholarships-nya. Some universities may ask to attend a video interview, maybe some of them not. You can cek gitu ya requirements-nya seperti apa dari masing-masing university. Dan untuk prosesnya dari wawancara dan juga shortlisting candidates itu semuanya di-manage dari university seperti itu teman-teman. Oke, I think that's all from me Kak Kai. Buat teman-teman yang mau tadi ya untuk cek websitenya Grad Scholarship, you can scan more di sini dan teman-teman bisa langsung untuk lihat gitu requirements-nya dari masing-masing university-nya. Thank you.
Ya, terima kasih Kak Gita, luar biasa ya. Menarik sekali ya teman-teman ya. Dan ternyata setelah kita lihat tidak semua negara ya ternyata yang dapat chance untuk grad scholarship ya Kak Gita ya. Salah satunya
Iya.
Indonesia ya. Iya, itu keren ya teman-teman ya. Ini merupakan salah satu jalan mungkin bagi teman-teman ya untuk mencoba ya untuk sekolah di UK seperti itu. Dan masih ada waktu sampai 30 Juni ya. Seperti tadi Kak Gita ceritakan ya teman-teman ya. Ya, ada banyak kesempatan untuk teman-teman. Oke, terima kasih banyak Kak Gita. Buat teman-teman yang mau tanya ke Kak Gita, boleh ya ditahan dulu nanti di sesi Q&A dan boleh juga di chat ya teman-teman silahkan chat, boleh kirim langsung ya ke kita gitu ya, atau boleh juga untuk gitu ya, silahkan. Oke, nanti kita akan jawab di sesi Q&A. Oke, terima kasih banyak Kak Gita. Ya, alright. Oke, thank you so much ya. Menarik sekali ya teman-teman ya. Nah sekarang ya setelah sesi Kak Gita ya kita ada sesi foto bersama dulu ya teman-teman ya. Jadi buat teman-teman yang concern untuk fotonya diambil silahkan untuk buka kamera seperti itu. Sebelum kita lanjutkan ke sesi berikutnya yaitu adalah pemaparan dari 3 kampus dan juga sharing ya dari para alumni ya Great Scholar. Okay, so the next session before we are going to the next one, which is the university presentation. We're gonna have a photo session. So I would like to invite you for those that consent that their photo to be taken today to open your camera. Okay. All right. Yes, I can see you. All right. Perfect. Okay. So our team will take the photo. All right. Okay. Perfect. So we will start. Ya, siap ya tim ya. Oke. Siap. Oke. 1, 2, 3. Oke. Lagi teman-teman. Yes. One more time. Ya, for the photo. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. Perfect. Ya, terima kasih banyak teman-teman. Oke. Baik teman-teman semua, ya tanpa berlama-lama ya, ini pasti teman-teman semua sudah menunggu gitu ya. Berikutnya adalah pemaparan dari universitas ya. Kita mulai dulu dari kampus yang pertama. Nah, ini pasti sudah ditunggu-tunggu. Kingston University London. Nah, di sini ada 2 pembicara teman-teman. Yang pertama, representatif dari kampusnya yaitu adalah Christina dan yang kedua kita ada Kak Julian teman-teman. Jadi beliau ini adalah penerima Great Scholarship seperti itu ya. Jadi silahkan nanti teman-teman ya aktif ya tanya yang banyak. Alright, we're gonna now move to the next session. Yeah, in the next session, we will have university presentation. We will start from Kingston University London. So we have Kingston University London representative Christina and also Kak Julian as a great scholars. So hello, Christina.
Hi, can you hear me, Kai?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just having a problem with my laptop. I don't know what happened, so I've just joined from my phone. So I'll need your help to move the slides as I go through the presentation, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Yes, no problem. Yes, our team will help you out. Don't worry. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, so Christina, the time is yours. Okay.
Thank you so much. So I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Christina, and I work as an international coordinator with the International Development Team at Kingston University, London. We look after international student recruitment and admissions and international scholarships, and we have a great time doing that. So I am actually sitting in for the regional specialist of Indonesia. So I will try my best to help you out in with your questions and with the presentation. So we'll start with that. So yeah, you can move to the next slide. Yeah. So why Kingston? First, we go with the location. It's a very pretty market town, 30 minutes away from central London. It's one of the safest boroughs in London, according to the Metropolitan Police. And it's a fun student town with great shopping, cafes, pubs, cinema, just the kind of place students would love to have a lot of extracurricular activities alongside their studies. And you'll see that in a little video that I will play at the end of the presentation. Next slide, please. Yeah, so we won the Teaching Excellence Framework Gold in 2023 for overall gold we got for the student experience and also for student outcomes. Next, please. Yeah, so these are our key stats that we're very proud about. So we, 70% of the university's research has been rated as world leading or internationally excellent. We have more than 100 postgraduate courses. We are top 10 university in the UK for social mobility. There's excellent support for you. And we have 200,000 plus global alumni network. We are the top university in London for a number of graduate startup companies. We have a lot of enterprising programs. We also have 5,000 plus postgraduate students and 100 countries are represented on our campus. So we have a wide representation of faiths, cultures. It's an amazing place to study in. And we also got the Race Equality Charter Award in 2015. We also got the Athena Swan Award for Gender Equality in 2013. So a lot of this I'd be really proud about. Next slide, please. So what do we offer? So you will be located basically across 4 teaching campuses throughout Kingston upon Thames. Each has its own unique look and feel. And we have 4 faculties, like I said. So that's the Faculty of Business and Social Sciences. It's the Kingston School of Art, the Faculty of Engineering, Computing and the Environment, the Faculty of Health, Science, Social Care and Education. And you can find all our courses if you just type www.kingston.ac.uk. You can click into individual courses and have a read. Next slide, please. Yeah. So we also have integrated work placements. This is a very attractive feature to our international students. So this will be it's a placement year, which is part of your course. You get work experience before completing your study. In fact, it's simultaneously you prepare for it for the next year. And so you get to work in the UK, which is such an amazing experience for our international students. And the second year as well will be sponsored under your student route visa. And we have an amazing career center. So we have the careers and employability team that will help you prepare to secure a placement for the next year. Next slide, please. Yes, so we have amazing student life and opportunities for every student. So we have a wide range of academic and well-being support. We have over 70 societies and 30 sports clubs to choose from. You can work on campus. You will have your work hours marked on your student visa, so you'll know how many hours you can put in while you work during term time. And it's normally 20 hours, but it's good to check what's on your visa. And you can also be an international student ambassador. We have your 300 plus student ambassadors who work in various roles across various sectors of university. So we have various teams. You'll get to work with different staff. You'll pick up different skills. This is a very good opportunity for international students. Yeah, next slide. So with regards to the GREAT scholarships, you already got some information on this. So it's the scholarship program that's launched together with the British Council. This is worth £10,000 towards your tuition fee. So that's towards your 1 year's master's course. And this should be starting in September 2025. Yeah, the next one. Yeah, so how you apply for this is through an online application form. We'll need your personal and contact details. We'll need your education history, any work experience that you already have. Then we need to see a supporting statement and a video. I will just go through that in a bit in detail in the next slide. And you will need to prove your English language proficiency, and we'll need to see academic references, and some arts and design course may require a portfolio, but you will be able to see this when you click into your course. You'll know whether you need to submit a portfolio. So the next one. So basically, you are applying for a master's, then you need to have a bachelor degree, which is your S1, and this is the minimum GPA we need, depending on your course. And you will need to have IELTS of 6.5 overall, and the minimum is 5.5 in each element. Once again, you can check this on your individual course pages. And we also offer online pre-sessional courses. If you don't meet the English requirement, you can click on that URL that we have on screen to find out about these pre-sessional courses. Next, please. Yeah, with regards to your supporting statement, we need to see what you can bring to the course. What do you hope to get out of the course? You need to demonstrate your knowledge of the subject, and we need to see your academic skills used while you create the supporting statement. And we also have a support in university that will help you to create this, the personal statement. So the next slide, please, is so you need to, as we said, we need to have an offer for a master's course at Kingston. We will need to see your video profile and a personal statement. You need to have, you need to be an Indonesian passport holder, and you will need to apply online through the link that is on our screen. And our portal for application will be open from the 1st of April. And we also have other international scholarships. Once again, the URL is on the screen. You can click and see what other scholarships are available. So what we are looking for, we're looking for students who want to get involved and make a difference. We want you to be our future Kingston champions. Explain to us why you are the best candidate in that video profile. Remember, we want you to be original and creative. We won't judge the video production quality. We just need to see the person on that video and all of these elements that we're looking for. So here, we just play you a quick video where you get a feel of what it is to study in our amazing Kingston town.
Yo, welcome to Kingston. I'm Alberto and I'm here to talk to you about the Kingston experience. Now, I've been here for 4 years already, so I know and I have good tips to give you. So let's head into town and I'm gonna show you why this is much, much more than just a unit. So follow me. This is the marketplace and it's ideal for students. Whether you enjoy healthy eating or fast food, there's just so much to choose from. Now, what makes this place great is the refined architecture and the lively atmosphere, and it's also cheap. Oh, hey. This is Banquet Records. This is where you find students and classics. So you're all set for house parties. Nothing beats Kingston's Riverside. The perfect place for jogging, having a stroll, and the best place to bring a day. Here we are at one of Kingston's best pub and music venues, the Fighting Cocks. It's all here. Live music, stand-up comedy, and amazing drinks. Cheers. Cheers. If you haven't spent all your money at the pub, you can come to the Bento Center. Has all the shops you need, 5 minutes from campus, and you can benefit from the student discount. 10% off. There are so many green spaces around here. I love it. Richmond Park is just around the corner, and it's always good to have open spaces around you so you can either chill out or play football with friends. So, there you have it, Alberto Mendes' Guide to Kingston. Enjoy.
I do hope you enjoyed that video. We always do when we watch it, makes us feel young again. So now we've come to the end of the presentation and we have our amazing great scholar who will speak to you now about his experience.
Oke, Kak Julian boleh? Ya. Yes.
You're able to see my screen now, I believe.
Yes, Julian, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let me introduce myself first. My name is Rio. Or if you're Indonesian, you would prefer to pronounce it as Rio, but I've gotten used to the British pronunciation now. That's me receiving officially my certificates for the Great Scholarship, along with the head of KSA and Louisa. In the background there's the pride and joy of Kingston University, the Townhouse Library. If you follow my path, you'll get to spend most of your time there, I believe. and the middle is just some path I took in Fairfield. So the first time I came across the Great Scholarship, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the most advertised scholarship, so it wasn't very commonplace. I believe if you've done your research and if you've made up your mind that you want to study in the UK, I think you will have heard of the Great Scholarship, but in a more general sense, I think you will know more about Scheveningen or LBDP if you've done your research. But yeah, and then I came across the Great Scholarship and I looked at the requirements, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was too good to be true because you only had to have your offer, which you should have already if you've committed to studying in the UK, your unconditional offer, that is, and then you only have to provide supporting statements of around 300 words, and then a 1 minute video introduction. So yeah, and then they said that they were going to give you a discount of £10,000. For me, that was, yeah, this is too good to be true. I'm never going to get this. And then I just tried and go for it. I applied, and before I knew it, there was an email from Tanya Parker confirming me being the recipient for the Great Scholarship. So I guess my advice would be, because it's not that hard, and if you've committed to studying in the UK, you've got your offer, just go for it. There's nothing to lose, and who knows, maybe you'll get it. Because to be honest with you, I don't know how I got it, but I got it. Because it's like 90% of what you do is just giving it a go, giving it a try, and giving it a go. Right. So in this one, I would like to talk about Kingston and why Kingston. The main picture there's me in the red shirt with my eyes closed. Next to me, well, in the middle, there's Ollie, 6'2", towering over everyone. Next to me is Nick. Next to Ollie is Rafi. Next to Rafi is Grace, and then there's Josh. Yeah, that I believe that was on my first day. That was during working week. It was my first day. We barely knew anyone there, and nowadays we talk pretty much every day. In the background, there in the middle, that was during Christmas time. We explored the marketplace around the town centre. On the right, I believe that was the first time we went to the pub. I believe like half the class went. And on the left, that's fairly recent. That was probably about 2 weeks ago. I was at the London Book Fair. So yeah, I do creative writing and publishing, by the way. So yeah, we went to the book fair. That's me. I was kind of ill, so I had to put a mask on. And there was a couple of my friends there, Jalia and Jess. So yeah, I would like to talk about why Kingston. Firstly, my first impression was that the buildings, the facilities were very newly renovated. And as we're speaking now, they're still renovating stuff. So by the time you get here, if you follow my path, that is, by the time you get here, everything will be brand new, like brand spanking new. And then I think the next thing that has been very helpful is the practical assignments. I do creative writing and publishing. So from the publishing side, the practical assignments have been, there's stuff that could go on your portfolio. I've had to design some book covers, some book interiors, and magazines. So they could definitely go on your portfolio if you're. This is just based on my experience. So if you're following my path, that's what would be useful. And from the creative writing side, we've got a class called the workshops, and by the end of how it works is like each week everyone will have their turn, and they will turn in their creative writing piece, and then it will get reviewed by the others and of course by the lecturer. And by the end of the workshops, you'll have 5,000 words of your writing that will be ready for you to send to various literary agents of your choice, obviously. So yeah, the practical assignments are very, very useful. And the third, and I would argue the most important one, is the people. Aside from my friends here, they're all very, very nice, non-judgmental. And aside from them, the course leader of the publishing course, if you're following the path, you get to meet Emma Tate. And Emma, I think, is the best lecturer that I've ever had the pleasure of being a student of. And she's like everyone's mom, you know. I don't know why I haven't got a picture with her, but yeah, Emma Tate, I think, and not just her, obviously, but mainly her, she's the best lecturer I've ever been a student of. And I guess if you're going to take something from me, if you're not following my path, if you follow my path, that's great. But if you're not following my path, I hope you get to take something from what I've said here and do great somewhere else. So yeah, that's been me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Julian. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Christina and Kak Julian. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think everybody would love to try, of course. Yeah, if we see from the requirements, it's actually very simple, as what Julian said, and as Christina already presented. Yeah, it's actually very nice. And also, you have diverse programs, I guess, right? Courses that can be used in this GREAT scholarship, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah. Yes. If you have question later on, you can send it to the chat or maybe later in the Q&A session. Yes. So thank you so much, Christina and Julian. We will get back to you in the Q&A session. Okay. Ya, baik teman-teman ya, sedikit summary ya. Jadi tadi Christina dan juga Kak Julian sudah sharing ya teman-teman bagaimana apply seperti itu dan juga bagaimana sih kampus ya di Kingston University London. Selain itu tadi Kak Julian juga share gimana prosesnya. Kalau dari Kak Julian tadi, Kak Julian bilang sangat mudah seperti itu ya. Jadi hanya upload requirement, kemudian buat video profil seperti itu ya, 1 minute introduction. Setelah itu beliau dapat ya GREAT Scholarship. Seperti yang tadi Kak Julian bilang, not the most advertised. Jadi kayak mungkin teman-teman kurang tahu ya tentang beasiswa ini seperti itu. Tapi ini merupakan sebuah chance yang sangat baik apabila teman-teman ingin lanjut kuliah ke UK seperti itu. Karena prosesnya sangat simpel dan mudah. Dan kalau teman-teman tadi lihat dari requirement-nya ya, dari kampus ini tuh sangat-sangat memudahkan teman-teman ya. Jadi IPK tadi mungkin ada yang kelewat ya, 2,5 teman-teman. Ya minimal. Nah ini biasanya itu rata-rata mintanya 2,7, 3, bahkan 3,3 seperti itu. Jadi silakan teman-teman bisa dicoba. Dan untuk IELTS ya, tadi Christina juga bilang bisa dicek ya di masing-masing course mungkin agak beda, tapi yang secara umum dia bilang H-band score 5,5 teman-teman ya. Nah ini juga merupakan kesempatan buat teman-teman semua apabila ya merasa butuh ya suplementasi IELTS dan mereka ada online pre-sessional courses juga ya dan itu bisa online. Nah itu luar biasa sekali teman-teman. Jadi nanti silahkan boleh dicek ya untuk Kingston University London ya silahkan untuk teman-teman yang berminat. Oke. Ya terima kasih ya Christina dan Kak Julian ya. Nanti kita lanjut lagi di sesi Q&A. Oke, perfect. Thank you, Kak. Baik, ya kita lanjutkan ya teman-teman. Ya selanjutnya adalah pemaparan dari University of York ya, kampus selanjutnya. Nah, kalau tadi ya Kingston University London ya 30 menit teman-teman dari Central London. Nah, sekarang kita jalan-jalan ke area yang berbeda di UK yaitu di York ya, teman-teman. Mungkin ada yang sudah pernah dengar, mungkin ada yang belum pernah dengar. Jadi, kali ini kita akan belajar sama-sama ya untuk melihat di sana ada jurusan apa dan bagaimana untuk apply di University of York. So, we have Jenny with us. Hello, Jenny.
Hi, thank you for hosting this event today. I'm excited to be here. Moving up the country from London to our beautiful city of York. So this is the very centre of our beautiful green campus. We're built around 2 lakes. This is Central Hall, and you can see that just from some of our past Indonesian students, we asked them to describe York in 3 words. So you can get a sense of what would be waiting for you if you come and study. So where is York? You might not have heard of York. We are not New York, we are in the UK, we are the old York, the original York, and you've got some key facts about our city here. So you can see it's a much smaller city, obviously, than the capital. It is a city, it's not a town, it's not a village, but it's a smaller city. And you can see our student population accounts for about 10% of the city's population. We're actually one of 2 universities in the city as well. And you can see just how international we are there, with 28% of our students from outside the UK and over 150 nationalities represented. Around 20% of our academic staff also are from outside the UK. So although we're not the biggest city in the country, you are going to still have a very global experience if you come and study with us. And you can see we're in the north of England here. If you haven't been to the UK before, we're a very small island and we have very good train networks. It's very quick and easy to travel around. And York is actually kind of the midpoint on one of the main train lines between Edinburgh, up in Scotland there, and London. So it's 2 hours on the train to London, 2.5 hours to Edinburgh in Scotland. And I say we're right in the middle, so very well connected. And if you want big city, Leeds is our closest neighbour. They are 20-30 minutes away on the train. So we are, as a university, we are one of the 24 members of the prestigious Russell Group, the research intensive universities in the UK. We are a single campus university, so now Kingston have their 4 different campuses. We have just one site, so all of our buildings are together in one space, including our university accommodation, so we can guarantee our students accommodation inside the university campus if you want that. We are a baby in the Russell Group. We're one of the younger members. We were only established in 1963, but we're very hardworking and ambitious. I'm going to show you some stats in a moment. But we were founded as a university for public good. So this is a really important part of our philosophy, and this is important for your Great Scholarship application, because we want you to think about this when you answer the question about coming and studying with us. You know, do you fit the kind of university that we are at York? So public good, we want our graduates to go out into the world and make a positive difference in their field, and to make the world, you know, a better place, essentially, you know, to contribute to their local communities, national communities, or the international community in some even small but positive way. So what's York like as a city? It's a really interesting mix of historic. If you think of a typical English city that might come to your mind, you know, where if you were watching a film and it was set in England. So winding medieval streets, we still have, you can see in the photo there, the Roman walls around the city that you can walk around, the cathedral, which is called the Minster. So we were an important Viking city, Roman city. So lots of history, lots of beautiful architecture, 2 rivers, parks, lots of green space, really, really beautiful. And although in Indonesia, perhaps people haven't heard about our city, I've put here this government poll that takes place every quarter. This is the most recent one, asking British people their favourite city in the country. And we've beaten the capital. Sorry, Kingston, you're third, but York got voted #1. So we're really proud of that. And I say, perhaps not so well known in Indonesia, but it has a very good reputation as a beautiful city to visit and to live. And a nice little quote there from Rafili, who is one of our recent graduates from the MPA Masters in Public Administration. Now, so in terms of quality, we are really proud of this recent achievement, where we are one of only 4 universities in the UK where we have both the Gold Award for the quality of our teaching, but are also ranked top 10 for our research. So you would guess, I'm sure, Oxford and Cambridge are on that list, Imperial, very strong for engineering, and York, I think we're the surprise appearance on that list. But I say we are a very ambitious institution, and I think this reflects that. What can you study with us? Nice view of our campus here in the lake and just how green it is. We have 3 faculties. Arts and Humanities is our strongest faculty. So we're world top 100, we're 75th for Arts and Humanities. So you can see everything we have there. The photo is from our music department. We have a big gamelan society and musicians who are playing. So that's a really nice connection with Indonesia, I think. Social sciences. So we are 41 in the world for social policy and administration. So this is the real highlight for us in our social sciences, and we see lots of Indonesian students coming to study things like social and public policy, Masters of Public Administration, really super popular programs. But yeah, we're world top 100 also for things like education, linguistics. We're top I think 32 for English language and literature. So some really strong areas there. And then sciences, so we're not a big engineering school, more high-tech end of sciences. And the top 100 department here is psychology. That's our standout science department. So if you want more details on the courses, you can scan the QR code there, and that will give you a PDF of all of our postgraduate programs and our international student guide. How to apply? So it's a free online application. The very first step before you can be considered for a scholarship is to apply for the Masters. So step 1, get your academic documents to us, personal statement. You don't need to send the English certificate right away. If you haven't taken a test yet, you can upload that later. We look for IELTS or an equivalent English course. So it could be TOEFL, could be Duolingo is a good one because it's very cheap. It's $70 and you get the results in 48 hours. And we do accept Duolingo for everything except medical degrees. We don't need reference letters at York. If you're doing something creative, you will need a portfolio. So if you're doing something like TV and film production, you'll need to send a portfolio. If you're doing literature, we would like examples of your written work. How much it costs and what the discounts are that are available. So the good news is we have the Great Scholarship, obviously, that's why I'm here today. But this year, for September 2025 admission, we have a new award called the Global Impact Masters Scholarship, which every eligible Indonesian student who is coming to us for a master's will get this award automatically. So I've shown what the standard tuition fee is, but your tuition fee with this discount applied. Okay, you've got living costs here, how the tuition is paid. So 4 levels of tuition fees. If you're doing something like history, political sciences, it's classroom-based, lab-based, your science subjects, technology, biology, psychology, management degrees, and then finance degrees, just so you have an idea. But then the Great Scholarship, this £10,000 really big award, and that can be combined with the £4,000 Global Impact Scholarship as well. Deadline date here, 16th of May. We're already open for applications, and there's just a few areas at York that aren't eligible for this. Now, your English is important if you want to apply for the Great Scholarship. You will need to meet your English condition of your offer before the 16th of May. So think about booking your IELTS test or taking that Duolingo test if you haven't done that already. And at York, we're looking for academically the top students. So we're going to have a strong preference for people with a 3.2 out of 4 or higher. Similar to Kingston, it's an online application. We don't have an interview or video requirement at York. The two main questions to focus on are these. So why York? Why is it a good match for you? So research the master's program carefully, see what the facilities are, who's teaching there, what's great about the program, and then what have you done to be great? So if you've got an offer from us at York, it's because you are a good student, you know, you're competitive for a top Russell Group university, but what else? You know, what makes you really stand out? And again, think about how what you have done so far, what you're interested in doing in the future, aligns with York's values as an institution, going back to that university for the public good, the sustainability piece, think about that. We don't look at your original master's application, so you can reuse some of the content from your original personal statement. And there's a tip here, so a very limited number of words that you have, so draft out first and then copy your answers across into the online application once you have them perfect and ready to go. So for more information, so we do have around 50 Indonesian students studying at York at the moment. We have a web page specifically for Indonesia, so you can take a look at that. There's lots of useful links and statistics there. We have a student society of Indonesian students as well. If you want to connect with them before you apply or before you join us, feel free to look them up and connect with their social media channels. A nice closing quote here from one of our students who's doing a master's in sustainability studies about just what a supportive, friendly, welcoming place York is. It's really a fabulous combination of an incredible city, really charming, special city with very strong academic credentials also. These are my contact details. So you've got the Indonesia webpage there. If you want to receive updates from York, scan the QR code and leave your details, and we will keep in touch with you. So thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you so much, Jenny, for sharing. I think it's very interesting. Historical city. I think I like this highlight. Yeah. Yes, I think it's great also for our students to actually check the University of York. Perfect. Thank you so much. So, for those of you who wants to ask questions, yeah, you can type on the chat. Yes, and I will get back to you later, Jenny, in the Q&A session. Thank you very much. Oke, ya teman-teman semua ya, aku coba rangkumkan ya dari penjelasan tadi. University of York, teman-teman ya, pusat dia ada di tengah-tengah UK seperti itu ya. Ya, jadi teman-teman bisa lihat tadi di presentasinya ya seperti apa lokasinya gitu ya. Merupakan salah satu kota terfavorit teman-teman ya di UK ya. Mungkin ada yang belum pernah dengar gitu ya. Jadi hari ini sudah mendengar ya seperti apa. Nah, kemudian dari requirement-nya agak berbeda tadi teman-teman ya dari yang Kingston University London, di mana di sini dia tidak minta video ya teman-teman ya. Dan ada yang menarik, tidak diminta reference letter kecuali MA Applied Linguistic ya for language. Nah, ini menurut aku sangat menarik ya teman-teman, karena rata-rata banyak juga teman-teman yang ingin daftar master tapi nggak mau minta reference letter ya, atau tidak bisa ya untuk minta. Nah, ini merupakan salah satu opsi yang menarik. Selain itu, dia juga ada opsi tambahan beasiswa, yaitu adalah Global Impact Master Scholarship yang bisa teman-teman ya bersama dengan si GREAT Scholarship. Jadi totalnya bisa 14.000 pound sterling ya, yang luar biasa sekali gitu. Tadi ada kalkulasinya juga ya teman-teman ya, nanti bisa dicek, presentasinya nanti akan di-share juga ya. Deadline 16 Mei 2025, silahkan dicatat ya, dan juga menerima tes Duolingo. Jadi kalau teman-teman ada yang prefer Duolingo, silahkan untuk dicoba ya untuk di sini ya di University of York. Oke? Ya, baik teman-teman semua. Ya, Sudah kita dengarkan sama-sama penjelasan dari University of York ya, semoga bisa meng-highlight dan memberikan informasi yang menarik untuk teman-teman. Kita lanjutkan teman-teman presentasi kampus yang ketiga. Ya, presentasi kampus yang ketiga ini kita beralih 2 jam dari York ya kalau naik kereta ya. Kalau kata Google seperti itu ya, adalah University of Manchester. Ya mungkin teman-teman di sini sudah pernah dengar ya Manchester ya dari klub sepak bola mungkin seperti itu ya. Nah, tapi kita akan lihat ya seperti apa dan seperti apa juga Great Scholarship di University of Manchester. Okay, so now we will move on to the next university presentation, which will be University of Manchester. Okay, so we have Fran Hollywell with us. Hello, Fran.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I've got a really sore throat this morning. I've not been able to hear any of the audio on the presentations. Can I just ask if anybody can see my screen?
Yes, we can see
that's
your
great.
screen. Perfect.
I might need a little bit of help because it doesn't seem to be shared correctly. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, my name's Fran. I'm here to talk about the great scholarship we have for Indonesia from the University of Manchester. So obviously we're working in partnership with the British Council, and we're offering one scholarship for students from Indonesia applying for one of our one-year master's programs for 2025. And the value, like many of us today, is £10,000. So just a quick update on the scholarship details. If you have an offer from the University of Manchester, you will automatically receive an application form from us for the Great Scholarship. Quite short, just need to put in your details, but we will need a personal statement, as Jenny from York was saying. It needs to be maybe a little bit different than your sort of statement of purpose that you've used for your master's degree, but we will not judge you on any sort of like similarities, because obviously you need to put your best self forward. Applications will close on the 24th of April and we'll notify you by the 30th of May. And then you need to accept the scholarship by the 15th of June. These are standard conditions for the Great Scholarship anyway. You can have either a conditional or unconditional offer. So if you're conditional on English language, that's okay. And you can read our full eligibility on the university website. In addition to GREAT, we also have some other scholarships for students from Indonesia. We have our Global Futures Scholarships, which is for both undergraduate and master's students from Indonesia. And we're also a partner with the British Council for the Women in STEM scheme this year as well. So if you're a woman and you're in STEM, then that's good news. So just a few stats. We have been over the years associated with 26 Nobel laureates. It was 25, but last year one of our members of staff was awarded the Nobel Prize for economics, and we currently have 2 working at the university. We are ranked 34 in the world, part of the Russell Group, as York is, and 6 in the UK. These are some of our core goals: world-class research. Social responsibility is really at the heart of the University of Manchester, and we're committed to an outstanding student experience. In terms of Indonesia, we have over 300 students from Indonesia at the moment. We have a very active society around Greater Manchester, PPI Greater Manchester. So it's a great place for Indonesian students to come and study. In terms of the structure of the university, we are a very large university. We are the largest single-site campus, as far as I'm aware, in the UK, but we've managed to split ourselves down into 3 faculties: Faculty of Biology, Medicine and Health, Faculty of Humanities, and the Faculty of Science and Engineering. So last year we celebrated a very big birthday. We were actually 200 years old. We were established in 1824, as you can see on the logo there. Some things that Manchester is famous for. So lots of universities in the UK and the USA were running a big race to basically invent the first computer, but Manchester got there first. So we invented the first baby computer. Baby is a bit of understatement. It was a huge thing. So technology has moved on quite a lot since then. The building that I used to work in was where Ernest Rutherford, one of our Nobel laureates, did the work that led to the splitting of the atom. So that's a very historic thing about Manchester. We claim to have invented chemical engineering. So if there's any chemical engineers out there, Manchester's a fabulous place to study chemical engineering. About 3 years ago now, we opened our brand new engineering campus, which is now known as the Nancy Rothwell building. It's an amazing facility that brings together all of our science and engineering subjects. Another thing we're really famous for is graphene. I'll show you a picture later on, I think, of the National Graphene Centre. If you're not familiar with graphene, it's a very strong two-dimensional material with lots of different purposes, but it was first identified at Manchester by 2 of our current Nobel laureates. So speaking of Nobel laureates, nice link there. These are a breakdown of the years and the subjects that we have our Nobel laureates in. We used to think we had the most Nobel laureates in the UK, but actually UCL found a couple more down the back of the sofa, I think. So they now have a couple more than us, but we are now up to 26, which is amazing. So some pictures of our campus. You saw the flyover at the beginning of the presentation, but one of the really key things about Manchester is we are a city-based university. We're a civic university, the first civic university in the UK. So we have a mixture of buildings that date back to the 1800s, the Victorian buildings, combined with state-of-the-art modern buildings as well. So the picture on the right is our city hall, because Manchester is a city, of course. We call ourselves a second city in the UK, although we do have an ongoing argument with Birmingham about this, but it's definitely Manchester. Some of our cultural assets here, picture on the top right is the Manchester Museum, recently extended. It houses excellent collections. We have an Egyptology section. We even have a T-Rex skeleton. His name is Stan. Don't know why. The big picture on the left is the John Rylands library, which is a fantastic library that houses special collections. On the bottom right, you can see that we have the Jodrell Bank Observatory, the Lovell Telescope. It's not my favourite place because it's so big, it's actually quite scary. But if you're interested in physics or astronomy, it is a fantastic place to visit. In terms of culture on campus, as I mentioned, we have the Manchester Museum, the Whitworth Art Gallery, which is an award-winning art gallery on our campus, and the John Rylands Library. The picture you can see is a Christie Bistro. It used to be the main university library many years ago. We've now got a much bigger library, in fact, several libraries around campus and some course-specific libraries as well. We have regular lunchtime concerts in our music centre, the Martin Harris Centre, and then we have a 2,600 capacity music venue on our campus, the Manchester Academy. It's very famous, so you quite often see famous pop stars wandering around the campus, which is fantastic to experience. So in terms of employability, something that's really at the core of the University of Manchester, our graduates are considered to be amongst the top graduates who are sought after by employers. So we're either #1 usually or #2 in the High Flyers survey. But you will see if you look at that is a survey that's done by big employers, and they really seek Manchester graduates. In terms of the companies that have hired our students, you can see a few examples here. A couple of Manchester connections here. Rolls-Royce, you might know them for posh cars, but also airplane engines. So Mr. Rolls met Mr. Royce at the Midland Hotel in Manchester, and a beautiful friendship was forged. The BBC is another big one. They have one of their main headquarters in Manchester. So if you're watching breakfast TV in the morning, you might see one of our Manchester professors being the expert talking head on many subjects. So yeah, there's lots of other employers, of course. That's just a selection that you might have heard of in Indonesia. So where you choose to study, it's really important to understand where you're going to live. So we have a very fortunate position to have over 8,000 rooms on our campus that we can offer to our international students. We guarantee the accommodation not just for 1 year, but for the whole duration of the course. If you're studying for more than 1 year, obviously, master's students, you're there for mainly 1 year. Lots of different types of accommodation. We have catered halls where you get your breakfast and your evening meal, and you just grab lunch on campus or around the campus. Because we're situated in the city, it's really convenient. You can just grab some food from a supermarket or shop. In our actual campus, we have lots of restaurants and shops that you can buy food from, but just outside, there's lots of choice too. We also have our halls are kind of like little social clubs in a way. They have their own sports facilities, their own social clubs as well. So it's a really nice way to get to know more people than maybe just meeting the people on your course. So that's university accommodation. We also have in Manchester, because we're a big city, of course, lots of private sector accommodation that you can avail of. And if you're interested in that, you can use our Manchester Student Homes Bureau, which will provide you advice, give you a list of sort of like checked landlords and help you to find accommodation in the city. It's very exciting living in a big city like Manchester. Our Students' Union is basically run by students, for students. It's apparently the largest student union in the UK. It's home to 400 plus student societies. We even have our own newspaper, radio station and TV channel. We have the International Society based there as well, which is open to students from all over the Greater Manchester region. And they organise lots of really cool things like excursions. They even take you down to London if you want to go. It's only 2 hours, although I don't know why you would go to London. Sorry, Kingston, if you're in Manchester, because pretty much Manchester's got a lot going on as well. They can also provide discounted tickets on the football. You might have heard of a couple of little football teams we have in Manchester. We have Manchester City and we have that other one as well. Can't remember the name quite now. But if you can't find a society that is entertaining for you, you can create your own as well. And as I mentioned, we've got a big society for Indonesian students in the Greater Manchester area, which is PPIGM. You'll be able to find their profile on Instagram and Facebook, although most people go to the Instagram one. Can't really talk about Manchester without talking about sports. Manchester is a big sporting city. So on our campus, we have 3 sports centres. We have the Aquatic Centre, which was built for the Commonwealth Games back in the year 2000, which gives us 2 50-metre swimming pools, also a gym and a fitness suite. We also have the Sugden Centre and the Armitage Centre, which are great sporting facilities as well, indoor and outdoors, because the weather in the UK is a little bit different than in Indonesia. There's lots of national sporting facilities in Manchester as a result of the Commonwealth Games, like the National Cycling Centre, the National Squash Centre is there as well. We also have over 40 athletics associations at the university. So if you're into your sport, then it's a great place to be. If you're not into sport, you can just pretend that it's not there. So the city of Manchester, it's quite different than Kingston and York, who've been speaking today. We have a population of, in the city alone, 530,000. In Greater Manchester, it's about 2.8 million. So it's quite a big place. It's very international, very cosmopolitan, over 200 languages spoken. So whether you're on campus or in the city, you will hear languages from all around the world. As you know, we're famous for our sport. There's a picture there of that other football team. I will say their name, although it hurts me to say this, Manchester United. But we also are very famous for our music. When I speak to students these days, they've never heard of some of the big bands that came out of Manchester, like Oasis, Happy Mondays, Stone Roses, but there are many more sort of like more current ones. But it's really put Manchester on the map for its musical heritage. It's a great place to socialise all around our campus. We have brilliant places for students to meet up, and if you venture down into the city, which is only a 15-minute walk from the campus, you'll find many other things to do as well. Picture at the bottom right is a picture of a food festival. So if you like to makan, then you can do that really easily in Manchester. We also have some good Indonesian and Southeast Asian restaurants as well. So on our campus, we also have an Asian supermarket. So if you feel like you're going to be missing out on gado-gado or any of your favourite food, you don't need to worry about that too much, because we will have that going backwards now. Just some pictures of our city. We have the largest Chinatown outside of London. So if you want to go and feel like you're back in Asia, then Chinatown's a great place to be. Lots of really nice restaurants around that area and supermarkets. The picture, the bottom left, you can see probably that the campus is so close to the city. The skyscrapers there are in the city centre. So literally 15 minutes walk, or just jump on a bus, which will take you up and down Oxford Road, which is the main artery that we have into the city. This was a picture from Chinese New Year last year when we were celebrating our 200th birthday. And you'll notice that on my slides, I've got lots of bees on there. The reason is that the bee is the symbol of the city of Manchester, not just the university, but the city. And that's because Manchester was the home of the Industrial Revolution in the UK. And everybody came to work together like worker bees do. So the bee has become a really big symbol of the city of Manchester, and you'll find them everywhere. I was in Thailand last week, and I was speaking to a student, and I said, there are bees everywhere in Manchester. And she said, oh my goodness, will I get stung? And I was like, no, I mean the symbol of the bee, not actual bees. Although saying that, there are beehives on some of our buildings on campus, because we really respect the bee in Manchester. So just a quick reminder of the GREAT Awards timeline. So you need to apply for a study place at the University of Manchester by the 24th of April 2025 this year. And we do have some courses that have staged admissions deadlines, so do check that. That means that if you apply by a certain date, you will definitely get an offer by the date that we specify. So do look at that. So if you haven't already applied, now is like very timely to apply. Again, like York, it's an online, and Kingston, it's like an online application system. You need to basically fill the form in and upload your documents. Some of our courses do require English language up front, mainly courses in the business school. Other courses, just like York, you can send your IELTS result later. I'm afraid we don't accept Duolingo, but we do accept lots of different English qualifications, and you can find information about that on the website. So yes, 24th of April is really key. We will notify you by the 30th of May. And then if you do choose Manchester, you must accept the offer by the 15th of June to confirm the scholarship. Okay, so that's me done. I'll stop sharing. And do please excuse my croaky voice.
All right, thank you so much, Fran. It's very interesting because I think now we learn something beyond the university. So we know a lot about the city itself. So that is very interesting. Thank you so much. So if you have any questions, you can write it down on the chat. Ya, teman-teman silahkan boleh ya tulis ya pertanyaannya kalau ada curiosity or anything ya boleh, atau nanti juga boleh tanya langsung, or you can ask directly in the Q&A session. So thank you so much, Fran. We will get back to you in the Q&A session. Alright. Oke. Ya, teman-teman semua ya, aku coba rangkumkan ya. Tadi sudah ada penjelasan tentang University of Manchester. Mungkin teman-teman sudah familiar ya. Banyak sekali jurusannya, silahkan teman-teman boleh cek. Tapi yang penting adalah untuk mendapatkan GREAT Scholarship dari University of Manchester, pertama teman-teman harus daftar dulu ke kampusnya, mendapatkan conditional letter atau unconditional ya boleh. Jadi artinya kalau teman-teman belum punya IELTS, boleh menyusulkan ya, tadi sudah diinformasikan ya. Kemudian silahkan teman-teman daftar Great Scholarship ya sebelum 24 April, berarti daftar kampusnya harus segera nih ya, karena sekarang bulan Maret ya teman-teman ya. Maret, April ya masih ada waktu silahkan gitu. Nah, tidak menerima tes Duolingo tapi tes lainnya juga diterima ya teman-teman, silahkan bisa cek. Dan juga ada opsi beasiswa lain yaitu Women in STEM apabila teman-teman mau mencoba opsi beasiswa yang lain seperti itu. Oke. Ya, nanti jangan lupa dicek presentasinya. Apabila ada pertanyaan, sekali lagi silahkan boleh di chat ya teman-teman, atau boleh bertanya langsung nanti di sesi Q&A. Oke, ya. Sudah kita dengarkan 3 penjelasan dari kampus teman-teman ya, sangat menarik, dan teman-teman semua sudah tahu bahwa Great Scholarship ini sangat bergantung dengan kampus masing-masing. Jadi masing-masing deadline dan requirement-nya berbeda. Ya, silahkan nanti dicek lagi. Tentunya hal yang penting untuk kita ketahui juga adalah pengalaman dari awardee-nya. Tadi Kak Julian sudah share, sekarang kita akan minta ya salah satu awardee yang sudah hadir bersama kita yaitu Kak Sondang Amelia. Ya, beliau merupakan alumni dari University of Hull dan juga penerima Great Scholarship tahun 2023. Ya, kita lihat di sini working experience dan education-nya sangat luar biasa ya teman-teman ya. Diploma 3 in English for Tourism Profession in Lampung University. Setelah itu beliau melanjutkan di Bachelor Degree in Hospitality, ya, Administration Management di Sekolah Tinggi Pariwisata AMTA, dan kemudian melanjutkan Master Degree di UK di University of Hull. Nah, beliau ya banyak sekali pengalamannya luar biasa ya. Lecturer for Travel and Tourism in Hull College. Nah, saat ini beliau di UK ya teman-teman ya, luar biasa. Kemudian Southeast Asia Senior Program Manager and Facilitator Jam Foundation, founder Menuai Masa Depan Foundation. Wah, keren sekali teman-teman ya. International Student Ambassador of University of Hull. Pasti teman-teman semua udah penasaran ya. Langsung saja kita persilahkan Kak Sondang ya. Halo Kak Sondang.
Halo, hai Kai, hai
Halo.
everyone.
Ya, apa kabar Kak?
Baik, harus switching. Aku pikir oh ya harus ngomong bahasa Indonesia.
Iya, boleh Kak ya. Oke, Kak Sondang sudah siap Kak? Iya.
Yeah, so
Ya.
you want me to share the screen?
Iya, boleh Kak, silahkan.
Oke, jadi ya teman-teman, saya prepare beberapa foto, and I will explain as I'm going through my experience studying di UK, belajar di Inggris. Oke, jadi the first slide ini foto back in 2023. Ini waktu aku dapat scholarship, grad scholarship. Jadi I was the alumni like 2 years ago. Tapi karena kan master degree di UK 1 tahun. Foto yang pertama waktu aku dapat visa itu di Inggris, karena waktu itu sebenarnya mendadak juga dapat beasiswanya. Waktu itu saya tinggal di Thailand. Jadi sebelum di UK saya tinggal di Thailand sekitar 7 tahun. Terus waktu itu paspornya expired, belum daftar visa, jadi ya so happy karena semuanya on time. Second picture itu the first day arriving, banyak banget yang dibawa, basically move my house. The last picture itu great scholarship in Hull University. Jadi like saya sangat senang jadi great scholarship, penerima great scholarship, karena seperti dilihat kami udah ada community. Jadi sebelum saya pindah nggak khawatir untuk ada teman atau enggak, karena kebetulan staff di University of Hull, she was really great karena dia manage semua orang, jadi dia kenal satu sama lain sebelum kami datang, dan itu meeting pertama di University of Hull sebagai Great Scholarship. Right, so ini Hull, so Hull itu 2 jam dari York. Jadi saya sering banget ke York, mungkin udah 7 kali atau beberapa kali ke Manchester. I like to travel, like seperti dilihat saya masuk like sekarang dosen travel tourism. Tapi selama tinggal di UK, saya travel banyak di beberapa bagian di UK. Itu foto di Hull, the second one in front of our University of Hull. This is, I'll show you some of a classroom teaching. So I take education, that's my master degree. Jadi like like a lot of discussion, a lot of like self thought and thinking. Jadi half juga harus nonton video online dan half going to the classroom. This is the first month in university, so this is the fresher week. Basically like semua like a new students. Second slide itu some of my first friends, so one from Iran, one from Sri Lanka, and then on the top, so we always have like a gathering together. We basically like makan sama-sama, terus satu masak, makanan dari Sri Lanka, makanan dari Iran. Jadi kami juga suka hangout bareng. Yang the last slide, we like to celebrate birthday together. So they're all like great scholarship people. So satu dari Colombia, satu dari Meksiko, satu dari Malaysia. Jadi kami solid banget great scholarship di University of Hull. So it was really nice because then I've already have a lot of friends. Just within 2 or 3 days because of a great scholarship. Also, they basically like, even though saya sendirian dari Indonesia, tapi ada banyak great scholarship di University of Hull. Sharing sedikit tentang, karena pasti beberapa teman bertanya-tanya, oh gimana bisa kerja nggak? Jadi saya full-time student, part-time worker. Kebetulan ya mungkin karena saya punya banyak pengalaman sebelum pindah ke Inggris, jadi my CV really helped me. Di Inggris ada agency yang bisa help you to get a job. Kebetulan karena bidang saya education, jadi saya kerja part time, mulainya sebagai teaching assistant. Jadi di UK itu dibayarnya per hour. Standarnya sekitar 11 euro atau 220.000. Kebetulan kalau kerja sebagai teacher dia lebih getting a little bit more expensive. Jadi saya waktu itu dapat sejam 13 pound. Waktu itu minimum wage-nya masih 10 pound. Terus ya awal-awal jadi assistant teaching, udahnya cuman sebulan 2 bulan jadi teacher. Jadi teacher itu sejam itu 20 pounds. Jadi saya earn double than the minimum wage. Jadi again like itu sebenarnya semuanya depends on your skill, your experience, also how you present yourself. Jadi yang the first slides itu saya part-time worker in University of Hull dan di Hull College. The second one itu saya become International Ambassador of University of Hull, itu grup dari Japan. The bottom part grup dari Meksiko. Jadi saya suka helping as an ambassador of University of Hull. Jadi ada group of students from abroad, maybe they live in Hull untuk sebulan atau 2 minggu. Jadi saya ajak mereka jalan-jalan ke York, jalan-jalan Scarborough, itu like a part of the beach, atau city tour, things like that, dan juga get paid. Jadi jalan-jalan tapi juga dibayar. Terus the last slide itu saya calling juga, saya calling like future students. Jadi like mungkin kalau teman-teman daftar di UK akan ada yang nelpon dan nanya, oh do you need help and things like that. Jadi saya juga helping dengan itu. Jadi waktu saya kuliah, saya kerja seenggaknya 18 jam. Di sini bisa kerja maksimal 20 jam. Jadi itu udah padat banget pas karena kuliah, kerja, udah gitu ngerjain tugas. Ini Great Scholarship event. If you're a Great Scholarship awardee, ada eventnya waktu itu tahun lalu di Nottingham. Dan itu yang semua like as you see like foto-foto dengan teman-teman dari Great Scholarship dari University of Hull. Jadi dapat sertifikatnya dan really fun karena they give like a place for you to stay like a hotel, and then they pay for the train ticket. You meet all the great scholarship people dari semua bagian negara di UK, ada banyak university. The third slide itu a great scholarship penerima dari Indonesia. Jadi kami semua itu di situ orang Indonesia yang di sebelah kanan, yang foto sebelah kanan. Jadi itu orang-orang Indonesia yang dapat great scholarship dari beberapa university yang berbeda. Oke, graduation. So, jadi saya datang September 2023. Seperti yang saya bilang di UK cuma 1 tahun, jadi itu seperti like cepet banget kayak like a glimpse like wait what just happened then we graduating. Dissertation, jadi di sini kita nulis skripsi, itu biasanya deadline-nya September. Dari September sampai Januari biasanya itu mereka kasih time untuk cari kerja atau kalau mau pulang segala macam. Waktu itu saya pulang ke Indonesia bulan Oktober, ya sebulan untuk visit family dan balik lagi karena yang saya bilang saya kerja part time di Hull College. Udah gitu mereka offer langsung untuk jadi full time. Jadi awalnya assistant teaching, saya ngajar health and social care karena saya juga bisa ngajar itu, ada backgroundnya sedikit, dan travel tourism karena diploma saya di travel tourism, S1 saya di travel tourism di Yogyakarta. Waktu itu saya continue-nya di AMTA. Jadi ini graduation-nya January, just like 2 months ago, but sudah a lot of things happen. Teman-teman saya datang, kakak saya datang, dan ya itu the graduation day. Terus life after graduating ini Christmas party di Hull College Desember tanggal 20. So just like yeah. And then I was just in New York. Saya di New York 2 minggu yang lalu. No, seminggu yang lalu. Baru pulang like Jumat kemarin. Ini dengan students, travel tourism students di New York. Kami ke Empire State, ke 911 Museum. Jadi ya setelah skripsi saya pulang, langsung dapat job. Like I was really lucky karena like even the job like there's no interview and everything karena kerja part time. Jadi kalau mau kuliah di UK bisa cari kerja part time. Sometimes a lot of times setelah mereka tahu graduating mereka bisa offer like full time job. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Just a quick and then yeah, looking forward to see you all here hopefully. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Luar biasa sekali Kak Sonang ya, sangat inspirational ya, sangat inspiratif ya teman-teman ya. Wah, keren ya, setelah lulus langsung di offer ya, baru pulang dari New York teman-teman ya, luar biasa sekali. Oke, terima kasih banyak Kak Sonang ya. Nanti kita kembali lagi di sesi Q&A gitu ya. Ya, luar biasa sekali teman-teman ya presentasi pada hari ini. Semoga bisa menginspirasi juga semuanya untuk study in the UK, terutama dengan Great Scholarship ya, karena opportunity sangat banyak. Tadi Kak Sonang juga cerita bahwa beliau bisa sambil bekerja ya, sambil kuliah seperti itu teman-teman. Jadi jangan khawatir ya, chances itu ada dan boleh ya secara permit seperti itu, maksimal 20 jam seperti yang tadi diceritakan Kak Sonang. Bagus, keren ya teman-teman ya, sangat inspiratif. Oke. Baiklah ya, kita sampai di sesi yang pastinya ditunggu-tunggu oleh semuanya. Mungkin ada beberapa teman-teman yang ingin bertanya secara langsung. Kita persilahkan ya teman-teman, boleh dengan bahasa Inggris atau bahasa Indonesia. Ini terbatas ya teman-teman, hanya 2 orang penanya. Jadi apabila ada yang mau bertanya, silahkan boleh angkat tangan teman-teman, raise hand. Kalau misalnya ada yang mau bertanya langsung. Ada? Tunggu ya. Kalau belum ada, mungkin kita langsung ke pertanyaan ya, yang masuk lewat chat, ya, lewat direct message. Belum ada ya teman-teman yang mau nanya langsung ya. Oke, gak apa-apa ya bahasa Indonesia ya, by the way ya, jangan khawatir, nggak usah khawatir ya. Oke, nah kita masuk ke pertanyaan yang lewat chat. Oke, nah oh ada, oke, sorry. Ya, silahkan Kak Dega, angkat tangan, boleh Kak? Dipersilahkan. Iya, Kak Dega boleh mic-nya belum dibuka, yang angkat tangan? Iya, silahkan Kak. Halo, Kak Dega jadi bertanya? Sebentar. Mungkin ada masalah ya dengan mic-nya ya. Oke, sebentar ya. Oh oke, audionya sebenarnya bermasalah ya teman-teman ya. Audionya nggak bisa dibuka. Nggak apa-apa ya, nanti kita tunggu ya Kak ya. Setelah ini kita baca dulu pertanyaan dari direct message. Oke, jadi pertanyaannya yang pertama, ya untuk semua kampus yang telah dipresentasikan apakah ada syarat proposal penelitian. Nah, ini mungkin ada yang itu ya, ada yang tertarik ya dengan apakah perlu membuat proposal penelitian sebagai salah satu syarat dari admission kampus. Mungkin dari masing-masing kampus bisa kita tanya ya teman-teman satu-satu. Okay. So the question, we have a question from a direct message. So the question will be from the universities, for all the universities. Maybe I will start with Christina at Kingston University, London. So is there a research proposal requirement to be submitted when the student wants to enroll to Kingston University, London?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, so when they want to enroll, there is not a research proposal exactly for a course, but it's more of a personal statement wherein the student explains, what they will be bringing to the course so that we know what they're going to benefit from the course. So a research proposal is only required when students are enrolling for a master's in with research or a PhD. Otherwise, for the normal courses, for postgraduate courses, you just need your personal statement.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Christina. Very good. All right, we will move on to the next one. What about York, Jenny? Is it important or is it necessary to write a research proposal to enroll to University of York?
No, so the same as at Kingston, we only need the research proposal if you're applying either for a master's by research or a PhD program. So there will be a research element. So you have the first 2 semesters, you're going to have classes for your taught master's degree. And then in the summer semester is when you do your independent research project. But you don't need to already know what you're going to be researching in the summer. You'll work with the department once you get to York to determine the topic, and you'll have a supervisor from the department to help you with that final research project. And there's training modules about research methods, before you get to doing the final research project. So we'll prepare you and we'll guide you through that process. You don't need that information at the point of application.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, next, we will ask University of Manchester. Is it necessary to write research proposal?
I think it's a standard thing in the UK that when you're applying for a master's degree, you don't need to send a research proposal unless you're applying for something like an MPhil or an MSc by research, which generally are not sort of like included in the GREAT Scholarship. But as Jenny said from York, basically it's the same at Manchester, that you do have to do research as part of a master's degree in the UK to actually qualify for the master's. Students can take the taught element and exit with a diploma, but if they actually want to gain the master's degree, they will have to do an element of research, whether that's a project or a dissertation. But again, I just echo what Jenny said. You will get lots of support from the university and from the staff, and you're in the perfect place because you're already in the department or school. You'll know everybody. You'll feel comfortable in asking for that sort of like support and advice as well. So yeah, it's a good question, but don't panic about it. You will have to do research as part of your master's degree, but not right at the beginning.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. So for students, don't worry. Don't worry. You don't have to write your research proposal in the beginning ya. Jadi teman-teman jangan khawatir ya. Nggak perlu ya teman-teman. Nanti pada saat di kampus ya, nanti akan ada banyak support ya untuk teman-teman kalau bingung ya nanti kira-kira tesisnya apa gitu ya. Mungkin agak berbeda ya teman-teman. Karena kalau di Indonesia ya atau mungkin di negara Asia yang lain ya, mungkin Jepang atau Korea ya, pada saat admission itu udah perlu ya teman-teman ya research proposal ya. Jadi tidak perlu jawabannya. Oke, ya. Alright. Oke. Next question. Oke, ada yang mau tanya secara langsung? Kalau enggak kita kita langsung baca yang dari direct message. Oke, belum ada, jadi kita langsung ya. Oke, sekarang pertanyaan untuk Kak Julian sama Kak Sondang nih, gitu ya. Oke, bagaimana sih cara beradaptasi kuliah di UK, gitu ya? Kemudian, Sebentar, Kak Dega raise hand. Oke, Kak Dega boleh Kak, silakan. Sudah bisa audionya? Boleh buka mic-nya, Kak Dega?
Halo,
Ya,
udah
silakan.
kedengaran Kak? Belum Kak?
Iya,
Halo Kak?
kedengeran Kak. Iya, halo,
Oh iya,
halo, silakan.
ya,
Ya.
iya. Mohon maaf Kak, lagi di jalan Kak, jadi nggak bisa buka video.
Mm-mm.
Ya,
Boleh Kak.
mau tanya ini untuk program beasiswa yang bisa mengajak keluarga itu kira-kira ada nggak ya Kak di salah satu dari ketiga kampus ini Kak?
Oke, ya.
Gitu sih Kak. Iya. Pasti Kak.
Oke, siap. Terima kasih. Oke, ya, terima kasih ya Kak Dega ya. Oke, so the question will be for all universities again ya. So sorry ya, habis ini Kak Julian dan Kak Sondang ya. Oke, kita translate dulu yang angkat tangannya seperti itu. Okay, so this is the question for all universities. So basically the question will be, is there any kind of family support? So for example, if someone who would like to enroll to the universities would like to bring the family, is there any kind of family support from the universities? Maybe we can start from Christina. Sorry, you're still muted.
I'm really sorry about that. I had a police car passing, so I kind of needed to wait a minute. Yes, so with regards to family support, first of all, we have the visa and immigration team. So, you could get in touch with our visa and immigration team with regards to the visa if you're bringing dependents. And so they will let you know who are the dependents that can accompany a student, because there have been some changes in the recent past with regards to this. But with regards to supporting the family while the student is in the country studying, we do have support services of all kinds in the university. So it's with regards to funding, with regards to mental health support or any other health support. We also have mature students studying with us. We also have some facilities for children when you have young children. So basically what happens is that when you enroll and become a student, you get access to all of these services, and you can book individual sessions with our advisors, and they will take you through everything that's available for you and tailor it according to your needs. Of course, we can't accommodate every kind of help that you would require, but in general, especially for mature students, we do have a lot of support.
Thank you so much, Christina. All right. Okay. Next, we will move forward to Jenny. Okay.
Yeah, so to be honest, I'm not sure whether this scholarship would qualify Indonesian students to come with their dependents. And I'm not trained. We do have a trained visa team at York, but I'm not trained to give visa advice. So I think anyone with an offer would need to contact our international student support team and ask for that, say somebody who's qualified on visa advising. If it's a yes, so I know that Chevening scholarships, for example, that's a full scholarship from the UK government, that does qualify Indonesians to come with dependents. York is very family friendly. So we've got great primary and secondary schools, which are free in the UK. There's no tuition that you need to pay. We have a limited number of family accommodations available. We can't guarantee those. We can only guarantee for single students, but we do have some family rooms and houses. Apply early if you're interested in those. We have a family network, so we have a lot of particularly postgraduate students that are coming with partners and or children. So they organise lots of events and you can connect with them and get advice about things like childcare, schools. We have a university nursery inside campus that has a special rate for students at the university. There's a primary school right next door to campus. So yeah, and York's the second safest UK student city. So, it's a nice place to be with a family. I say the part that I'm not sure about is whether the GREAT scholarship would actually qualify you to bring dependents with you or not. Usually it's kind of research degrees. So again, master's by research or a PhD that would allow you certainly to bring dependents to the UK. A taught masters, so as Christina mentioned, there have been some recent changes. So yeah, I'll get the contact details for our international student support team for anybody who wanted to check that.
All right, thank you so much. And next, Fran, University of Manchester. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's more of a question for the British Council, actually, because as Jenny and Christina have said, the UK government changed their policy on master's students being able to bring dependents last year. But there are some exceptions depending on the scholarship. So I'd like to understand more about if there are any exemptions for students receiving the GREAT Scholarship, because at the moment it's not permitted for taught master students to bring dependents to the UK, but that's not our fault. It's not the university's fault. It's a government policy from the UKVI. So that's just something. But if you can, Manchester's a great place to bring dependents. We have lots of support for dependents. We have, again, a nursery, like Jenny said, on campus, lots of primary schools in the university area. We provide support for dependents. We have also the International Society where dependents can go and socialise and meet other people. So it's a great community to be part of in Manchester. And as I said, we've got a really big Indonesian population at the university at the moment and in Greater Manchester as a whole. But I think maybe the British Council and Kobi Education might be better placed to answer the immigration rules question there.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe Kak Gita would like to add something, Kak. Gimana? Kak Gita mau nambahin sesuatu terkait dengan family? Yes. Okay, thank you, Kak.
Oke, thank you. Terima kasih tadi Kak Dega ya yang bertanya ya, kalau nggak salah ya. Oke, Kak Dega. Iya, as mentioned, untuk GREAT Scholarship, we provide the tuition fee support ya, 10,000 pounds sterling actually for the postgraduate degree with the GREAT Scholarships. Tapi untuk tadi terkait visa, again it's related to the UK government. Yeah, there are some changes actually recently. So I think regarding the visa and then the master thought degree untuk UK, kita follow the UK government. For in terms of support actually dari British Council, of course untuk giving information to students gitu ya, untuk yang study in the UK, mau study in UK, living in the UK, kita ada banyak banget untuk dari source-nya. Bisa ke our website studyuk.britishcouncil.org, and then kita punya GREAT Scholarship and then for Indonesia page as well di britishcouncil.id, and then can search to the Study UK. Jadi di situ kita provide untuk dari segi informasi ya, informasi terkait hal itu. Namun untuk tadi balik lagi untuk scholarships untuk yang bisa membawa dependen, seperti itu untuk GREAT Scholarship. Again, ini untuk support dari tuition fee saja, seperti itu.
If I could just come in here 1 second. So I've just kind of like opened up the Home Office website, and it clearly says that a student needs to be a full-time student on a postgraduate research degree to be able to bring dependents, because like we've been hearing, it does. I think this particular what do I say, masters which is taught does not qualify for this, and there's been a lot of changes in the recent past, unfortunately. But I think the best would be for students to just go into the Home Office website and to just read up, because all of the details is listed down there.
Thank you so much, Christina. Perfect ya. Thank you so much, Kak Gita. Terima kasih ya. Ya. Oke, teman-teman semua ya. Banyak ya pertanyaannya ya. Di chat juga mungkin teman-teman bisa lihat ya. Tapi sayang sekali ya waktunya sudah habis. Tadi juga ada pertanyaan buat Kak Sonang dan Kak Julian. Belum bisa kita baca ya teman-teman karena waktu sudah habis dan di Indonesia sudah mau waktu berbuka puasa ya, teman-teman ya. Oke, mungkin Kak Sondang sama Kak Julian kalau boleh ya mendrop email atau sosmed ya. Jadi mungkin kalau ada teman-teman yang ya mau bertanya-tanya terkait dengan Great Scholarship gitu ya, experience-nya dan sebagainya, mungkin bisa connect atau LinkedIn ya kakak-kakak jika berkenan di chat. Jadi sehingga teman-teman di sini yang belum terjawab pertanyaannya bisa langsung kontak ya, seperti itu. Gitu ya. Jadi mohon maaf teman-teman untuk seluruh pertanyaan yang belum bisa terjawab ya. Beberapa university representatif dia drop their email ya in the chat. Jadi silahkan teman-teman boleh ya, boleh kontak ya ke email yang ada dan juga nanti ada PPT-nya, nanti ada barcode-nya di scan silahkan teman-teman ya. Karena sudah mepet waktu berbuka seperti itu dan waktunya sudah habis. Jadi kita cukupkan dulu. So thank you so much everyone. Yeah, for this session. It's very nice, and I think we get a lot of knowledge related to Great Scholarship, and we learn about universities and beyond universities as well in today's webinar session. So we would like to thank everyone that participate during this event. We are very sorry because we have a couple questions that cannot be answered right now. You can directly contact to the universities. Kobi Education will provide you the slides, and don't forget to also put the feedback from today's webinar. You can scan this barcode and also give your feedback to us. So we would like to thank everyone because it's going to be a breakfasting time soon in Indonesia, and I think everybody's going to prepare for their breakfasting. So we need to close this webinar very soon. We would like to thank for your participation and see you in the next webinar. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Rafli Mohilman, an international postgraduate student in the Department of Politics at the University of York. I study public policy and public administrations. I am a Japanese scholar from Indonesia and also a government official. After completing my study at the University of York, I will go back to Indonesia and I will implement all of the knowledge that I learned at the university. Hello everyone, my name is Rafli Mohilman.
My name is Edwin Solomon Minka.
Miriam.
So Fabio.
This is Elsa.
Mantila.
This is Nisha Benzankar.
This is Mati Malsina.
UK, like it ticked all the boxes.
The kind of progressive learning style.
UK is giving me the course and the tools they are like to be successful in my home country.
Every other culture that I have met has been exceptionally great and welcoming, and slowly it has started to feel like home.
The diversity.
You get the opportunity to meet the people and sharing your experiences.
I really have to give it up for my university. Like they've been so kind and so supportive.
We were all allocated a personal tutor.
The lecturers are very supportive and are always open to address students' needs.
Mentally and emotionally, we have enough support programs on campus.
It's very safe to study here and to live here. Research. Made up your mind. Find the right field, university, the city you like, and apply to any school in the UK.
they shouldn't think too much, they should just come.
Everyone should try.
It's true, great futures happens when you study in the UK.